Hello everyone, this is Atmo76X, and today I am going to be showing you how to play solo mid on Malzahar, or at least give you a few pointers. Before I get into anything, I just want to clarify that I am not a pro at this game. I am never going to claim to be a pro, but I can still give you a few pointers anyway. This is a ranked game, and yeah, my ELO is not very high, but who gives a shit? It's a fucking video game. Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who will be like, I'm sure there's always going to be something where all the fucking nerds in this community are just going to be like, oh my god, you didn't do something specifically the way I would do it, or specifically the way the meta says do it, but whatever, I don't give a fuck. Starting out with Boots Pots, which is the current meta. Actually, I just like doing that because one of the things I do these days is I run around with a lot of movement speed. If you can look at my movement speed there, it's 389. You do not get that from just Boots alone. I do have Quints. I have, believe, flat AP Quints and movement speed Quints and movement speed masteries. So that's to give you a good base, and I do start out with Boots Pots because early on with Malzahar you do not want to be, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want to be really focusing on damaging things. Really quick here, this is Wolves. A lot of junglers like to start out with Wolves. If you're mid, you're going to have to help out with the jungle a little bit. And right here, you always, if you're mid, you always want to land the first strike on there because you can dick over your jungler if you do not. Because I found that if the AD carry initiates the fight with that, the blue buff tends to like to reset itself and start regenerating its hit points. And if it does that, your jungler is going to have a bad time. Just a little thing that I've picked up on because I do jungle quite often. Right here, I do believe Alistair is their jungler, so I'm not entirely sure why he's mid. I think one of their players is AFK. We are fighting an Akali, a Wukong, Ezreal, looks like Sona, and Alistair. So there you go to give you an idea of what we're fighting. And we have Garen, Malzahar, Caitlyn, Sona on our team? Or Lulu? One of the two. I'm not entirely sure. I think Lulu's actually on our team. And Amumu is our jungler. So, with Malzahar right here, Akali on their team went top to face Garen, which is just stupid as shit. Garen counters the fuck out of Akali. So I don't know why the hell you would take that, but hey, whatever. As you can see there, first blood, no problem for him. I am being unopposed right now. Really, Wukong should be top. I don't know where he's at. He might be in their jungler. I don't know. Okay, Lulu is on their team. So right here early on, I'm unopposed in mid, and I push the lane, so I want to go down here for a gank. And we'll see what we can do here. And keep in mind, every little bit helps. So here we go. I just come down here and essentially just harass him, and I move away because I don't have my ult yet. And I notice Wukong is back in his lane, so I'm going to wander back up there and get into my lane. And just to show you a little bit of laning against him. Wukong is not a typical mid whatsoever. I don't know why they chose to do this. Wukong really should be top fighting Garen, and Akali should be facing me. Either way, I wouldn't have a problem with either of those guys mid as Malzahar. Malzahar's biggest counter from what I've found in mid is Morgana, and that's essentially just because she can kind of cockblock your ult with her spell shield, which is incredibly annoying. Other than that, I've faced LeBlancs, can take on LeBlanc. I really don't have that big of a problem with Morgana. She's just really tough to get out of lane and really tough to kill. And as you can see there from my little bit of harassing bottom, they did actually get a kill. So, you know, and every little bit helps. And if you're mid, don't be afraid to go and gank, but you have to watch your lane. Keeping mid lane safe is most important. That is awesome right there. My Malefic Visions, for those of you who don't know what Malefic Visions does, is after it kills a monster, it bounces to the next one if it's still on it. And right there, that I love when that happens. So if they get too close to the minions that you cast Malefic Visions on, it it can bounce onto them and start doing tons of damage to them. And of course, every 4th spell, a Voidling spawns, and it goes after the person you have Malefic Visions on. And right here, I'm going to go up top, and I'm going to try and gank Akali, and we can see what we can do here. I am level 6 now, and that's when Malzahar is most dangerous. And she runs away, and goddamn is she fast. So we're just going to go back bottom, and let's see what we can do now with my ult. GG easy. Bam! That's how you do it with Malzahar. One second. Okay, my computer's getting wonky there. So as you can see there, now, nice grab by Amumu, and suppression. No, I knew that wasn't him, apparently. And there we go. And he's down. You always have to be careful with Wukong on that, unless you have a Oracle's Elixir, or Oracle Vision Ward, or whatever it's called. Pink Ward. You have to be careful and make sure he's not running. Or if he's by a tower, you can see the real one. But if he stops moving like that, chances are it's not him. One problem that people have with their Q is they have a hard time actually landing it, because they'll see Malzahar start casting it, and he'll run away. So the best way to deal with that is kind of lead them a little bit. So chances are they'll probably run backwards, so you want to kind of cast that behind them, or you know, if they're preoccupied, you can probably just land it right on top of them. But it's super effective because you can silence them. And if I'm pushing a lane, this is what I like to do. I like to cast my Malefic Visions and my Void, or whatever it's called. I really don't know what my E is called, or W. But here we go, team fight. Cast everything. Oh no, my ulti is down, but my Malefic Visions gets me the kill on Akali. So there we go. Low mana, and my ult was down. I still do a lot of damage with this guy. Quick build. Pretty much, Malzahar is honestly one of those champions that you can pretty much buy all the recommended items and be pretty safe with that. But you want to make sure you get the right order of what you want to do. So as you can see, the first thing I rush there is Catalyst Protector, and I turned that into, I believe it's called a Rod of Ages. And after that, then I start getting my death cap items. And then by that time, the game is pretty much over, but then you can just keep moving on, getting more tanky items. And as you can see there, the zone control is insane with this guy. And right there, I kind of blocked Akali out of getting out of that. So, there we go. And things are getting hairy for them. We have tons of poke, and they have nothing. And again, Malzahar is a great pusher in lane, because as you can see there, that Malefic Visions just constantly just bounces from minion to minion, and if you get lucky, you can bounce onto a person. There we go, he tries punting me back, but I fucking get out of there anyway, and he dies a lot. You have to be careful when you're using your ult. You can very easily cancel out of your ult, so once you cast it, you must stand still and not try going anywhere. Garen gets a triple kill. He KS's 3 times, I should say. Nah, actually, Garen was very good this game. I enjoyed working with him. Oh, wait. Alright, cool. And Sona's ult is OP, and he dies. Wukong is down again. These guys are just getting stomped 17-6, and we're only 14 minutes in game. And we're going to go back to mid lane here, as we can see. We're just driving them back. Sona is driving back Akali and Alistair. Oh, she's like holding them off at least. And she goes over there to try and poke a fight, and I just got way too much damage, and he dies. And there Akali tries running away, but she blew her load, and oh, there comes Wukong. Missed my Q, but that's okay. That's okay. This guy's got nothing. And there comes the cavalry. Wukong runs off like a puss, and as we just chase Akali, we stop chasing Akali to steal their blue buff, and Garen knows what's up, and he lets me have that because Garen doesn't need does not need blue buff. And right there, I did not want my Malefic Visions to do that, but my Voidling is such a boss and wants to show their minions what's up. Or the neutral minions. And right here, Wukong is essentially fucked. Because, yeah. And he dies. And there we go. Wukong gets killed by the turret, but the turret gets killed, not the team, so he just gets executed. Funny thing about this game was, Amumu said, the guy that played Amumu was like, Malzahar is worthless, you got a worthless champion. This guy is great for focusing carries. How do you counter Malzahar? Well, you need attack damage. Gangplank is a great counter to him, and even Talon. Talon can kind of burst him down, and this guy... Malzahar, you build him relatively tanky. By the end of the game, you should have around 3,000 hit points, and a bunch of other cool gear, but generally the games end pretty fast, and Wukong is so dumb. He stands right in that void, and that does percentage hit point damage, so you do not want to do that. Right here, note that I'm level 11. I just have my Rod of Ages, and I'm going to solo Dragon, so this is what you gotta do. Just gotta keep that percentage hit health move down, and just keep picking away at it. And when your Voidling spawns, tons of damage happens. So I'm gonna pull him away here because you never know what could happen. I don't know how I have 2 Voidlings, but that's pretty awesome, I guess. I got 2 Voidlings to pop there because I was using so many spells. And there you go, Malzahar can solo at level 11. And right here, like I said, I'm just going for pretty much the recommended items on this guy. You just need to know the order to get them in. Like I say, Rush Catalyst Protector, and he is dead again. Wukong is no match for this guy. And Akali, stupid Akali. Sona is surprisingly tanky. You do not want to do that to her. You dive Sona, you're going to have a bad time. And there we go, just pushing that lane. He's a great pusher. Like I said, you want to counter this guy, Morgana, Talon, and Gangplank especially, because Gangplank will make you waste your ult. Also noted, I found this out, Jax, if he goes to do his spinning, his E, whatever, his stun, you cannot suppress him out of that. You have to wait until after he uses that to use your ult, or else he can still stun you while you suppress him. And right there again, I kill Wukong, and I'm probably going to kill this guy too, because this guy sucks. Or Garen steals kill, that's cool. Just joking. But there you go, this is GG. These guys were pathetic, and it was a very easy game. And this was an undefeated game. One of the 2 back-to-back undefeated games I had with... well, the next game was with Ezreal, which I'll probably post up next. But there you go. There's a few quick beginner tips and tricks for how to play Malzahar. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Bye.